Hi, my name is Derek Revis, and for this debate, I will be arguing why I believe that due to human rights abuses and bombings on Yemen, the United States should not continue to support Saudi Arabia with weapons and other military help. To begin, Yemen's humanitarian crisis has turned into a catastrophe, leading to many civilian deaths. Nearly half of Yemen's population at risk of starvation. Also, according to the United Nations, a child dies every 10 minutes in Yemen. According to an article by Human Rights Watch titled Yemen, Civilians Bombed, Shelled, Starved, the Saudi-led coalition and Houthi forces have indiscriminately attacked, forcibly disappeared, and blocked food and medicine to Yemen civilians. Both parties have committed numerous laws of war violations, worsened the country's humanitarian crisis, and failed to hold those responsible for war crimes to account. This Saudi-led coalition has been supplied with weapons and other military aid by the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and others. The toll this armed conflict has taken on the Yemeni population has been insurmountable. Many civilians have been killed and thousands wounded. Millions of civilians also suffer from shortages of food and medical care, while both parties still impede aid. The country also suffers from a lack of basic services, a worsening economic crisis, and a broken government, including deteriorating health, education, and judicial systems. The Saudi-led coalition has conducted many airstrikes, killing thousands of civilians and damaging infrastructure. This includes civilian infrastructure, such as a bus filled with children, as highlighted by the Human Rights Watch article, all of which are violations of the laws of war. The Houthis have recruited children, used landmines, and have fired rockets and other military artillery into cities such as Taiz and Aden, as well as Saudi Arabia. They have also held people hostage. Many Yemeni activists, journalists, lawyers, and humanitarian aid workers have been harassed, threatened, detained, wounded, and killed. No investigations have taken place in the coalition's abuses, and as for the Houthis, no punishment has been implemented for commanders responsible for these war crimes. Many still remain in positions of power. There are a few arguments here as to what should be done with these issues. One is that the supporters of Saudi Arabia should say that no more weapons sales will continue until the war crimes stop and those responsible are prosecuted. Another is that governments around the world should impose sanctions on those obstructing aid. I will next explain allegations made by the human rights organization Watana, based in Yemen, who conducted a study into the matters. As discussed in the article, Saudi Arabia used U.S. weapons to target civilians in Yemen, human rights organization finds by WBUR. This study found remnants of U.S. weapons in civilian areas unlawfully targeted by Saudi Arabia. It also found that an attack on a wedding celebration in April 2018 led to 21 deaths and 97 people injured. This area was not a military target. Their argument is that in many cases civilians are being intentionally targeted by the bombs. They believe the Saudi-led coalition feels empowered by their allies, so they don't care or attempt to prevent them from hitting civilians. The study also found US-made cluster bombs were used in at least 5 different incidents. These cluster bombs are illegal under international law. The two countries responsible for these airstrikes are Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, although the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and others also share a responsibility because all have supplied the Saudis with these weapons and also support them politically, mainly for oil interests. My final argument will be centered on the killing of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who was killed and dismembered on October 2nd, 2018. Khashoggi was critical of Saudi Arabia and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's policies. He was reportedly killed in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul by men with close ties to the highest levels of the Saudi government and bin Salman. The CIA has since concluded that the Crown Prince personally ordered Khashoggi's murder. However, the United States and President Trump have not taken any strong action against Saudi Arabia or the Crown Prince because they are a key ally in the Middle East. I believe it is for these reasons that the United States should not continue to support Saudi Arabia with weapons and other military help. This would be a significant step in the right direction for peace in Yemen. Thank you.